Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deeper into the world of UiPath apps, a powerful tool you might already be familiar with for building user-friendly applications. But applications often needs data to function, and that's where the query builder comes in. Imagine you have been tasked with creating an internal application for your company. Traditionally, this might involve a developer writing code to build an interface and handle the logic. But with the UiPath apps, it offers a different approach. It's a low-code, no-code platform. This means you can design your interface with simply drag and drop functionality. Now imagine your application needs a data like employee information or customer records. So where will you store all this data? Then you will need a centralized location where you can store all your data and you can access all those stored data easily, right? So for that, UiPath has a alternative feature called as a data services. In data services, we can create a number of entities, and in entities we can store a data, and that data we can easily utilize in a apps. Now we will navigate to the data services. So here you can see I have created one entity called customer data, and it has number of fields available, right? And in that fields, you can see I have created a name, phone number, and the customer ID. These are the fields, and in that fields I have added some dummy data. It contains the information of customer such as the customer ID, phone number, as well the name, right? So if I want to use this customer data in my app, so for that we have a query builder, right? Let's suppose I want to get all those data in the form of table. So for that, first thing that we need to do is we need to add this entity in our app. So to do that, we need to click on the drop down. Then here we can see the entity, right? After we click on the entity, then we need to select a particular tenant where you have created your entity, right? I have created in the development tenant, so I'll select development and click on next. Then from the development tenant, I want to use the customer data entity, right? And it contains all the fields like the customer ID, name, phone number. And after selecting the entity, then I'll click on the add. After I have clicked on add, this entity will be added in the app and it will be ready to use. Here you can see I got the customer data entity with fields and all the data available in this field. Now we'll navigate to the app page where we want to use that entity, right? Suppose I want to display as a table. So I'll take table as an input and I want to get all the information which is stored in that entity. For that, I'll go to the general properties which is available for the table input activity. Then I have data source here. To link data service and entity and app, we have a query builder, right? So to link that one, we can click on the data source and here we have the option called query builder. Once we click on the query builder, this prompt will be open for the query builder. Now here you can see we have added a customer data entity. First of all, we'll select the customer data entity and there are multiple options available here. Suppose I want to filter out this entity with customer ID, then we need to select a particular field name that I want to filter out. Suppose I want to filter the customer records based on the customer ID, then I'll select the customer ID as a field name. Then I can select operator based on your choice. Suppose I want to exactly match a customer ID, then I'll select equal to. I want to filter a customer whose customer ID is 1, right? And then I can click on save. After I added filters, then here you can see whichever the field is available in the entity, it is already populated in the form of columns, right? So let's review it. Now here you can see I have filtered out that particular table with the customer ID where value is 1, and I'm getting the exact record which is available in the entity, right? And suppose I have removed that filter, suppose I deleted this filter and click on save, and again I'll preview. Now here you can see there is no filter available, right? So I'm getting all the customer records because I haven't applied any kind of filters, right? Now we have seen an input for a data table from data service to apps. Now we'll select one of the drop down. Now we'll take an input as a drop down, and from that we can select a value. So for that we can get a drop down. Suppose I'll give this the customer ID. Now I want to get all the customer ID present in that entity in a drop down, right? So for that I have taken an input as a drop down, and I have customized the label based on the input that I want to get. Now I'll go to the properties of the drop down. Here I can see a list source. So from this one I'll go to query builder and I'll select the source. I want to select the source as a customer data, and I want to get a particular customer ID in that drop down, right? So I'll not apply any kind of filters, and I'll just click on save, and I want customer ID over here, right? So for that I'll get a particular column value from the entity. And in entity I have column name called customer ID. I'll copy this one. I'll navigate back to the apps, and in the column I'll provide the same name that I have given while creating a field, right? That's it. Then I'll preview this one. Once preview is available, if I selected a drop down, now here you can see I'm getting all the customer IDs which are available in the entity. Now coming to the benefits that we get after using the query builder, like first thing is the faster development. We can able to develop our code in a faster way. It will automatically save our time. It will reduce our efforts, right? And with the query builder we have constructed a queries that which is easy to understand and easy to maintain, even in the complex blocks of the code, right? The query builder in UiPath apps empowers you to build powerful data retrieval mechanism without needing to code. It streamlines the development, expands accessibility, and allows you to craft data driven application. So next time when you are building an application in UiPath apps, use query builder and unlock the power of data retrieval. If you are interested in learning more about UiPath apps or query builder, leave a comment below and let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more UiPath content. Thanks for watching.